On the morning of the Super Bowl parade, I was walking past the Museum of Art when I heard someone call my name. A man was standing behind a police barricade, wrapped in a blanket, motioning for me to come over. After we shook hands, he reached in his pocket and pulled out a photograph of a little boy and an older man at Franklin Field. "That's me and my father at the 1960 championship game," he said. I was 10 years old. I said, "I was there too, with my parents and grandparents. We were sitting in section AA." "So were we," the man said. "Chuck Bednarik tackled Jim Taylor right in front of us." The man looked at the picture again, and his eyes filled with tears. He said he and his father often talked about that day and how they hoped one day they would see the Eagles win it again. They vowed to go to the game, wherever it was, and watch it together, just the way they did in 1960. They were in Jacksonville at Super Bowl 39, and of course, we all know how that day ended. So they waited for the next time. "My father died 3 years ago," the man said. "But when the Eagles won on Sunday, I felt like they won it for him. I camped out here last night so I'd have a good spot for the parade. Having this picture with me, it's like we're here together, just like we talked about. You know what I mean?" I understood perfectly. We all did. Everyone at the parade, everyone watching on television, everyone who picked up a phone when the Eagles won and shouted, "We did it," we all understood. That emotion was about so much more than football. For millions of people, it was about family. It was about something we all had shared for generations. That moment with that gentleman at the barricade at the Museum of Art, when we had that conversation, which lasted all of 5 minutes, I knew the book has to start here, because that little exchange said everything. It said everything about the season, it said everything about the sport of football, it said everything about Eagles fans, and it said everything about why this game was important, beyond just the scope of 100 yards and 22 players. It was what it meant to a city at large, literally millions of people, and why they all felt the need to come out and stand in the bitter cold for 5 hours and watch that parade. That was more than football. That was something that said a lot about the city and said something about the fans of Philadelphia.